Hey guys, I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Can't Get Right Couple.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yes, but we're happy to be back. So much going on. And it's great. Hope you guys are doing wonderful as well. How you doing today?
Feeling much better.
That's good. She's been up under the weather since she's got back and everything. So it's just good to have her back with us.
Yes,
so we're
in full effect. Power to the people.
So we're getting back on schedule like we're supposed to be. So
and things happen. Things you know, it's not gonna go Krispy Kreme every single day. So it's just what it is. But I am happy to be feeling better. And I'm happy that we're actually doing this video.
Yes. So tonight, or on this video, we're actually talking about people cannot expect to have great communication skills if they don't work on it. And
meaning that if you don't talk and comprehend the small situations that come up in your relationship, you won't be able to handle the bigger. You won't be able to handle the bigger situation. Yes,
because there's a level of issues. We all know that's like no big secret.
Yeah.
But the key is just to have daily conversations, even if it is not about very much. Like the smallest of things. If you got kids, just talking about the kids and school and stuff like that. And you guys get to know each other on a communication level, I guess, if that's the best way to put it. Because then when it's time to really deal and jump into those serious issues that will come up, it makes it a little bit more easier because you guys have been already, you guys are used to talking. And, it's kind of like building up muscles. You got to work on it. You're not going to go in the gym and just have big muscles all in one day. So you have to work on that daily in order to be prepared for when the time comes when, hey, we need to have a real serious conversation about X, Y, Z.
Yeah. One of a big thing is finances. We had a few posts this past week about finances. And I did put a cute little video up. I shared it on the page. But I'll give you an example. Okay, maybe one of the spouses, either spouse, doesn't matter whether it's man or woman, is kind of like overspending, and the spouse, the other party, their other half is kind of like okay, why are they overspending? And they're not saying anything, and when a big bill come through, it's either bounced or they don't have the money for it because the spouse that's just spending is not taking into account the future bills that need to come out. And so that festers and festers and festers. And, that person doesn't really say anything because both of them are currently working. So it's just like, okay, well, they're working too. So how can I go to whoever it is, the other half, and say, how come you keep spending? Like, they don't want to make it a big argument.
So basically they don't talk.
They don't talk until now.
It's a real huge problem.
It becomes a real huge problem where the rent the rent is not being balanced, or the mortgage can't be paid, or
I think we deal with that in our early age of marriage.
The car note is not paid. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to have an extra, we supposed to have, $6,000 in the bank. But it's only one. Like, what happened? None of the bills are paid. You know what I'm saying? So those are the, the examples. That's the example I wanted to give. Because it's a serious example. That people encounter every day in their own way. That's no means our relationship. Well, like he said, when we first got together, we both were working. And
yeah, but
I did.
She wasn't a savvy shopper.
I was savvy.
Well,
but
she didn't talk to me about it.
Yeah, and I was hiding packages.
Yes.
I was hiding packages, and everything. I would go shopping, especially when he went on deployment. That was the best. When he went on deployment, I was like, so what time you need to be there? All right, about 5 o'clock. I was just waiting for them to leave. When he was getting ready to leave, yeah, let's go. Bam, bam. But I think it was only, I would say out of our whole 20 years, maybe a total of maybe 5 or 6 times a bill went. And it wasn't like rent or anything like that. It was credit cards. It was just like credit cards, like just swiping and dicing and swiping.
See, that's the thing though, when you mentioned about, them not talking and one being afraid to talk to the other, it's because they don't know each other. They don't know how to have a proper conversation with their spouse because they don't talk daily. And, that's one thing that I heard people say a lot is that, well, we don't talk about anything. So we're definitely not going to talk about the big things because I don't know, like if I go to you, how are you going to react if I just talk to you?
And I'm finding that too. Most people don't want to go to their spouse because they're afraid of how they're going to react.
Yes.
And that sometimes that happens with me. Sometimes I want to say something to him, but I'm just like, okay, well, how is he going to really react to it? Do I really want to bring it to him? Because I'm afraid I already know what he's going to say. And I don't want to hear it, so I just go and do my own thing anyway. So it's just one of those things where, of course now, I still have to run it past him, but whether I go with him or go against him and do my own thing, at least I've talked to him about it. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, we still are individuals and we still have our own feelings. And sometimes we want to do our own thing, but as far as the finances, you do need to talk, and we're getting better with that too.
Yes.
It's just it's a work in progress. Nothing is perfect. Yeah. Trust me. Your budget, nothing is gonna be perfect every single month. You're gonna have those things are gonna come up. It's gonna come up. It doesn't matter how perfect your expenses are, and it's just a part of life. If you don't ever have an expense in your life, something wrong with you.
Just the biggest thing is just
communication.
It's just continue to practice talking. I'm a
little orthodox when I start talking about stuff. Yeah.
Just make the effort to set aside some time each day, 30 minutes, and just talking. And I spoke to a lady a couple of days ago, and basically she said her and her husband don't talk, and she's really frustrated because every time she wants to talk, then he's like, no, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. And after a while, a person's only going to take that for so long. Then they're going to start finding that conversation from other people. Yes. Yep. They really will. That's a really good point. So if you're in a relationship, and that doesn't matter if you're married or just in a relationship, you have to build that communication bridge that's going to be steady enough and sturdy enough that when it's time for something drastic going on, it's going to have a strong foundation so you can move across it. It still might be a little rough, and a little rocky, but at least you can make it across that bridge so you can have that conversation. Yeah. And if you don't, then you're going to get to the beginning of the bridge and you're going to fall over because there's nothing there. Yeah. And that is so important. Foundation. Yes. You got to have a foundation. And I don't care if you've been in a relationship for one day or 40 years, 50 years, you still have to continue to have those conversations, and that's what makes a relationship so great is when you build that together, because now I'm gonna go talk to her, and I have a general ballpark, ideal of what it is or how she's going to react to our conversation, whether it's a big conversation or a small conversation. You understand that, and you know how to approach her or him in a more efficient way, and you gotta take advantage of that. Using big college word, efficient. I am a college graduate.
Whatever.
Of Valencia College.
Whatever.
So just communicate.
You trying to go to Purdue?
I know. For real, just communicate on a regular basis and just keep the lines of communication open.
Please.
And it's free. It doesn't. You ain't got to call an operator to connect you. You ain't got to dial 411. You ain't got to put a quarter in the phone.
You ain't got to call a counselor.
You ain't got to call nothing.
All
just
you got
talk.
to do is say, babe, come here. We got to talk about something.
Yeah.
And we need to talk now before it blows all out of proportion.
Yeah.
And
because
it leads to something
you know
that we don't want.
Well, you know what? One last point. That's actually good that you mentioned that. You can take a small issue and refuse to talk about it. And then you can wait too long, and then it turns into a big issue.
Yeah.
So attack that small issue straight up and down when it happens, so it doesn't lead into a bigger issue. And then that saves a lot of heartache. Also,
heartache and pain.
That's it. You just got to be. I'm telling you, communication ties into so much of a relationship, not just like me and you just sitting down and talking. It ties in so many different ways because it opens the door to a lot of things.
Yep, and you never know. You might be able to solve like 4 or 5 of y'all problems right in that one look. Sorry, y'all. Something cascaded. That might be just my glow right there. But yeah, y'all. If you sit down and have that one conversation about that little small thing, you never know. Stuff will start coming out of the woodworks. Stuff start coming out the woodworks, and you'll be able to probably solve like 4 or 5 of y'all problems out of that one little conversation. So just sit down and talk about it. Period. You know what I mean? So, well, yeah, we didn't want to keep you on too long with this video. We just wanted to cut right straight to the point. And we love you guys, and we thank you for the continued support.
We are on iHeart Radio. That seems to be a really big app that a lot of people use. I know I use it a lot, not just because of us being on it, but I've been using it now for past maybe.
He's listening to his KSR.
You know, I've been listening to
different radio stations.
Since like 2014.
Now I'm gonna have to get it because we are on iHeart Radio, but I'm more of I just listen to Pandora. Yes. But Pandora, y'all know, is just music. I don't think it's any like Kevin Hart stations or anything like that. But I'm going to put the app on my phone.
And you should too if you don't have it, because we're on it. It's very easy to listen to. Just look us up, click, and listen. That is it.
Our video quality is going to go up. So, yeah, just stay tuned and just keep continuing to support the Can't Get Right couple.
Yep.
And we love you guys. Again, I'm Tawanta.
I am Michael.
And we are the Can't Get Right couple. Peace.